Jacob had Joseph, and according to them, Joseph had another wife. In other words, Joseph was a widower. And from his first wife, he had James the just, and Joseph, Simon, Judas, Mary, and Salome. These are the names that the Protestants call the brothers of Jesus. Now, of course, Joseph eventually had the Virgin Mother and had Jesus Christ. Now, another son was Clopas, who was married to another Mary, who was the son of Anna and Joachim. That's the Virgin Mary. So the Virgin Mother had a sister whose name is also Mary, who became the wife of Cleopas. They were the ones walking away from Jerusalem to Emmaus.
So both of them, the sisters are named both Mary?
Yes. The only variation is Miriam. Miriam. In some accounts of the Blessed Mother's life, she was called Miriam.
And the other one is Virgin Mary.
No, that's the English translation. And between Mary and Clopas, they had, of course, the other, Joseph. Joseph, I remember very, very clearly that the secular media was referring to the brothers of Jesus. They were not. They were cousins, because the mothers were sisters. So they were first cousins. They were not brothers. Okay, something for you to keep. Bible study class notes. Hi. Your daughters were here.
Hello.
I'm not sure if it's there. Yeah, just one paper. Just on a piece of paper. I don't think there's any. Sorry, the timekeeper is not here. I'm giving her 5 demerits. No, it's babysitting. Okay, my first question to you is, what is the meaning of the sheep to my right and the goats to my left? What is your take on that? I know, I see some here.
Where? The bad, the ugly. Bad na ugly.
What does that mean? But why sheep? Why sheep?
Shepherd, lamb or goat. Sheep on the right. You follow the sheep follow the shepherd.
Yeah, what about the sheep that they are on the right side? Obedience.
Yeah.
Very
The
good.
goat is.
I think I'm present, so I'll just come on side anymore.
The goat is the one that.
The goats are the ones who are astray.
Who are familiar with the goat?
Caldereta. Mami.
Okay, we're getting close.
Mami knows how to cook that.
Papayelo. Caldereta.
So, what about the goat? Why are they on the left?
Because they have the horn.
Let's ask the one who frequents the Holy Land. What is your observation about the sheep?
Observation about the sheep. Abraham used sheep sacrifices instead of Isaac. The Lamb of God.
Oh boy. Who want to be sheep? Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Let's say every Monday night someone will be sacrificed.
Lamb of God.
The Lamb of God to take away the sins of
Okay. What about the goat?
We did not use goat for meat. We don't use goat for sacrifice.
No, I heard the answer really. It's not true that the sheep will go to his right and the goat will be to his left. It's not true. What it is what Jesus is saying, you must be like sheep in obedience to be on the right hand side. Don't be like the goat for their stubbornness and they go astray easy. They don't necessarily follow. I know because I've seen them. The goats are harder to make follow and to obey. That's why. You have to know those realities to better appreciate the gospel.
Just like the camel, it's easy for,
The camel is easy too.
obedience to death.
Mhm.
That's why I use a reference.
But there are not that many camels. So. Alright, so that's why Christ the King says, you have to be obedient, full of obedience to be on this side. If you're not fully obedient, you'll be on the other side.
But there's a difference between the right and the left, because they have the eternal punishment and eternal salvation. The one on the right,
You mean damnation.
no,
Punishment.
salvation.
So what's your question?
No, what I mean is, you said the goat is, according to the parable, you said that the other one for the obedience and the other one is like hard to control.
Part of it.
Uh-huh.
For the disobedience, yeah.
Disobedience. But it says also in the scriptures that the one on the left will have eternal punishment. So it means to say those on the left are separated from God, and the one on the right are the one who has the personal relationship with God, doing good, and the other one is doing bad.
Generally, yeah. Yes. Generally.
Oh,
Again, obedience and disobedience.
disobedience.
But that's just one criteria. But there's one very profound thing that the Christ the King says. What did he say? There are actually two things. What did the Christ the King say? Whatever you do to those around you, you do it to me. And then there's a second part. Whatever you did not do to those around you, you did not do it to me. In other words, if there's something good that you could have done and you didn't do it, that's the sin of omission. And the sin of omission can give you all kinds of trouble too. In other words, it's not just only what we did, it's also what we didn't do that we should have done. It's easy to relate to what we should do, right? What do we do? What would we avoid doing? Nobody has killed anybody, right? Nobody, yeah?
Tonight.
Maybe tonight someone will.
Tonight. Look at that guy. Look at Bambi.
Give an example of something. Give an example of something that
He used to be a military. He didn't kill anybody.
something we let go of an opportunity to do something and we did not do it. What could be an example of that?
Legal logistics.
That is the field.
Visiting the prisoners that we could have done and we didn't do. Visiting the sick.